We are live. Hello, everyone, to the official event of the Mysteria Grand Prix. I am your host, Queen Okami, and brought to me today is the one and only, the legendary, you know him, you love him, Capybara Sam.
I'm literally a giant rodent.
You literally are. In fact, I can make you bigger on the screen. Look at
Oh boy.
that. Look at that rodent.
Right in front.
That is a big rodent. For those of you guys who are watching on Discord, you guys won't be able to see it, but if those of you who are watching on YouTube, I can make him big. As big as I need to.
Look at me. Look at me. Giant.
Giant rodent activity indeed. There is a lot to unfold here. This is, for those who don't know, I may not know anything, tuning in from, other parts of the world or tuning in at different parts of the time. We are hosting a live event / tournament from a game known as Musume Pretty Derby. It's a game of horse girls. You are their trainer. You train them, raise them, do whatever you want, just so long as you achieve their goals and they're happy. That being said, there are lots and lots of things you can do in this game, and one of them is, custom games, custom races, whatever you want to name them. And I had the brilliant idea of gathering all my friends and their friends to a wonderful live broadcast where I have my friends, bring all their best Musume within, obviously the ratings that I've been providing, and have them compete, and I'm here to commentate it as well as So, it is a pretty big deal. It's the biggest event I've technically ever held, believe it or not. I don't really hold events all that much, but I can't mess up on this. It's UMA. I've been waiting this game for years. I've been waiting for it since Party Dash came out. And as you don't know, Party Dash is a pixel party game that got released before the global version of this game. So, but yeah, I'm excited. Zom, any words from your experience with this game at all?
Let me tell you, Queen. I've been learning this game vicariously through you, and it is an absolute honor to be invited to this event and commentating along your side, and even beyond tonight's practice event. I'm looking forward to learning more and more about the Musume. And look at me go!
Yeah. There's so much to unfold here, even though we're just in the practice phase. So for those who are not in the server and doesn't know how we're doing this, I wish I could provide a visual, but I will describe it the best I can. Essentially, we are dividing this event into 4 waves, essentially. The first one is the practice phase. No points or positioning will be recorded at all. This is just simply for us to gauge on what our competitions will be looking like, as well as for our competitors to see who they're going up against. This will help them, just getting a pretty good idea. And for the other waves 2, 3, and 4, those will be the official point-based races that will be happening. For the practice phase, there will be 5 races, each, with their own diverse courses, seasons, weather effects, etc. And then there will be, so far, 12 races in the 3 waves that are going to be coming. 4 races per wave. With each week in October, we will be doing 4 races. We'll be commentating it. We'll be scoring. We'll be doing it all. So don't miss out on that. It'll be around the exact same time as we're doing this. Around late night on a Thursday night. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be really, really exciting, and we are constantly adjusting not only the rules but also adjusting the way we do this to better experience ourselves and the competitors. Literally just the other month, I had raised the stakes on the ratings. Originally, we were going to do ratings D, or no, it was E. Was it EDC? I think is what we did first, and then we raised it to DCB. And right now, we are currently taking a poll on whether if we should include plus ratings. So meaning that the first set of races will be C plus or D plus, and then C plus, and then B plus. Originally, when I first started this, I was still struggling in the B ranks. So now, as of right now, I'm actually in the A ranks, A plus ranks now. So you know, I feel like the more that we play this game, the further we get in terms of our runs. And it's just I always knew that, but it's just coming to realization for me. But I also have to be mindful for those who may not have as much time as I do playing this game, but still want to participate, and not fall behind too much. So what I did in exchange, though, there were a couple people who did not want to raise the stakes. What I did is I reached out to them personally and I helped them out, helped them understand the game better, how to build their umas, and you know, basically put them up to par for everyone else. Because there were some people that we know that were already at A rank and they were already, you know, up there. But then I also had some people who were still learning the game, and I kind of felt bad. So I personally had them helped out the best I can. And then that doesn't go without my lovely commentating buddy here, Zom, as he didn't know anything much about the game. I think you watched Portia play it a little bit, and I snagged him in a personal VC one night, and I I did a URA finale playthrough with him, and kind of basically gave him a rundown on what everyone has to go through to make this this competition happen. It takes countless and countless runs to get the Uma that you like. It only takes one to win the URA finale, but it takes many for you to get, you know, exactly what you like. So I was able to run through one with Zom, and Zom, if you want to explain how that went for you, what would you think of what people have to go through with the career of the URA finale?
Let me tell you, that was the textbook definition of and drinking from a fire hose. Let's be real here. There was a lot of content that needed to be absorbed, but you know what? That's okay. That's what learning something new is all about, right? It's a fantastic experience. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to commentating alongside you, and honestly, you know, it's my experiences from being full hydrated. It's paying off right now.
Oh, I bet. When I heard that when you texted me that you were getting a cold brew, I was like, I should get my gamer stuff ready. So that's exactly what I did. I got my caffeinated Sakura Splash. I am absolutely ready for this, even though it's just a practice phase. But I mean, hey, no, the practice phase, in my opinion, I think is probably going to be the biggest one so far, if not the final phase, because we don't know what any of these competitors have in store for us. I have a general idea as for some people, but I've been hearing and seeing some things here and there from everyone's profiles to people I may or may not know in person, you know, hearing what they have in mind, you know. I'm really excited. Like I saw Portia's profile and I was like, oh my gosh, like she looks like someone who, you know, can really hold her own. I saw Cross Hearts at some point, seeing some of their stuff, and I was like, wow, no, like this is gonna be some peak content right here. And even White Moon as well. I saw some stuff from White Moon, and despite her doubts, honestly, I do think she has a great chance here. And the same could really be said for everyone, because like they're all unique in their own way. They all have like nice builds, and it's only a matter of what that track has to offer for them, because you know they could build all the amazing stuff that they want in their own way, but that track is going to really put them to the test. And as for what track, who knows?
Yeah, I'm in full agreement with you. Everyone here, all of the contestants, you know, y'all are fantastic for taking part in tonight's practice event. I'm looking forward to seeing what all of you will bring to the table. And, you know, at the end of the day, everyone here is gonna have fun. Everyone is here for a good time.
Absolutely. I agree. So with that being said, I do want to go over the contestants that we may be having. We have some that are not here, some that scratched out, and some that may show up later in the phase. I made a recent ping saying that this practice phase is kind of more or less like a qualifying phase, because I want to see who is really willing to show up on a consistent basis, and it seems as though that just about everyone was. That being said, I will go over the list of contestants. The first one we have here in the list is none other than Blurtberry. Blurtberry has been playing since day one. She actually played around the same time as I did. She may not play as active as I do, but she is still a force to be reckoned with. The last time we checked on her Hall of Fame, she had quite a few B ranks, C ranks, and D ranks, so she's perfect. Her aptitude here is going to be perfect for this event. You know, nothing too high, nothing too low, basically. And then going down the list, we have White Moonfield. White Moonfield is a wonderful artist that I've commissioned quite a few times. And looking at her Hall of Fame at the time of taking the screenshot, quite a lot of A ranks. She is very high up there. In fact, her biggest challenge was not about, you know, hitting number 1, but the fact that she might overshoot it and not have the right ranks for the Musume. So, but I know that she's been spending her, I believe, her TP wisely. So I think she's definitely had enough time to get those ranks in. And then next up we have Wandering Willow, or Wandering Mind, however you want to see her username. She goes back and forth with her username. She will not be participating in the practice phase due to, you know, just device limitations and also to inactive time of playing the game enough. But she did say that she would like to come back next month for the finale. So if we do have scratch outs, she will be in the reserves. So I'm looking forward to that. She is a very big Tokai Teo fan, by the way. So I'm looking forward to what she can do with her Tokai Teo. And then moving on from that, we have none other than Talvamir. Tal is a very, very strategic individual. He is one of the best players I have ever seen play in a game such as Civilization. So I'm looking forward to see how that, how those gaming skills translate over to a low-key, what I would say, a strategy game like Uma, where you have to, you know, choose carefully on how you train all your Uma. I'm looking forward to see what he can do with this Uma Musume in his builds. Last time we looked at his Hall of Fame, he had a single B rank and a bunch of C's and D's, but I'm pretty sure that has expanded and grown immensely since then. I know he's been holding back his carrots, so I'm looking forward to that. Going down next to the list, we have Crosshearts. Crosshearts is someone that I have been looking at for quite a while. I feel like Crosshearts has a few sneaky things here and there. I'm gonna be honest. You guys need to be careful for Crosshearts. I think she may not be the biggest threat, but I definitely do think that she has something up her sleeve. So, you know, be on the lookout for her. But, you know, overall, I'm looking forward to what she can do. She is overall a couple A ranks, overall B ranks. So I think she's well suited for the rest of the competition. Going down the next list again, we have Jimmy, or Hideki, however you want to see the username. I know early on he was struggling a lot with building Uma Musume, but then I sat down with him in a VC once and did a Taiki shuttle run with him, and we got him to a pretty good rank. I think, in fact, I don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when we finished the career, either he finished his first URA finale or he got his first B rank. I don't quite remember. But regardless, it helped him a lot, and I know he's been expanding very, very fast since that voice call. So I'm looking forward to what he may be having in his inventory. Next up, we have Itazu, or Taju. Another artist that I am very, very fond of. They are actually the one responsible for the cover art for the official Mysteria series, Chronicles of Mysteria Anima. And in looking at his profile on the Hall of Fame, I was actually really surprised how much he plays this game as well. I'm surprised, you know, an artist has so much time to not only draw, but also be able to, you know, play this game so much, and as well as real life, you know, stuff. So, you know, he is a very, very busy person, but I think he has what it takes to get a few good plays here. So I'm looking forward to that. And then next up, probably your personal favorite, I'd say, you know, if we're going to talk about bias here, we have Portia Pig, or Kervin Eiswein. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I'm not sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to you know, the bias is not there. Is not there, you know, clearly. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Portia Pig and Curvinized Mind will bring to the table. She's always been fantastic at this particular game, and seeing some of her past builds, it's clear she's got a unique way of approaching races, and it's worked out in her favor in the past. So.
Absolutely, yeah. No, looking at her Hall of Fame, I'm not sure if you're looking at it with me at the contestants text channel, but looking at her Hall of Fame at the time of me taking the screenshot, she has B pluses and Bs across the board. She is a very, very solid trainer. So I'm looking forward to what she can bring too. I think when we did the test race, I think she won that race, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. That being said, we're going down to our last contestant, known as Butter VA. Last I recall, he was a VTuber a couple years ago. Now a ASM artist, and he's been getting a lot of traction lately. Actually, he's actually getting pretty popular. So I'm glad that's working out for him. That being said, that's never stopped him from being a great trainer, as he has a lot of A's across the board as well as some B ranks. So I really hope that he got the memo and message when he joined last minute that we're going to be having D, C, and B ranks. And not, anything higher than that. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have been top 3 if that was the case. So, with that being said, that is all of our contestants that we have here today. Some of them are here listening now, some of them may be on YouTube, and some of them may watch this in the past. That being said, though, I have 5 races presented to us right now, which are all practice phase races. We have quite an interesting lineup for these races. If we go to the practice voice chat, not voice chat, text chat, the first race is going to be a sprint on turf, and the next up we have like a dirt on mile, turf on medium, turf on long, and then we're ending it off on an official G1 race, the Arimakinen, one of the most popular races that this game could offer. So anything that you wanna add on before we start?
I don't have any additional words. Let's get right into it.
Absolutely, let's do it. Let me go ahead and change up the audio real quick. While I do this, you can most certainly talk to the audience in both Discord and the YouTube.
So chat, how are we feeling this evening? It's a lovely Thursday. It's nice and warm. It's hard to believe that it's going to be our last week in the summer. I believe next week we are going to be in fall. And can I get a quick show of hands here? Who's looking forward to fall? We got the pumpkin spice season.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, buddy. I do love me a nice pumpkin spice latte, if I'm being honest with you. I don't get it too often, but when I do, oh yeah. No, fall is gonna be great.
Fall is probably my second favorite season. Winter being my first. I absolutely love winter so much.
I personally hate fall, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to winter. I'm actually kidding.
I was about to say you were building that up just to say you hated it. I was like, wow, this guy he's really hyping it up just to say that, huh? Judging by the Chibi roster here, we have 3 Sakura Bakshins and 2 King Halos. So this is looking like to be a Bakshin race. So for those that don't know as well, I'm using an alternate account. I'm not using my official account for this. My Queen account is the one hosting these races, but we're spectating it through the Mysteria accounts that I have made. And it's actually really funny because when you first start the game, much like any other gacha game, you get a bunch of currency that you can use to roll. And there's this new character that came out. I will show you guys right now. Her name is Hishi Amazon. Absolutely wonderful. She looks so cool. She fits my style. She's an end closer, and we don't really have many end closers in this game. So the fact that she showed up as an end closer is absolutely amazing to me. And after rolling 140 times, I finally got her on this account. And I was so upset because I wanted to get her on my main account. So I spent $70 earlier today. And rolled, and I was about to spend another 70, but I got her last second, and I'm really happy. So, you know, yeah, so I'm really hoping that we see anyone out there rolling Hishi Amazon soon. If not, I'm looking forward to see if, oh wow, Saiyan Sky's gone, actually. There was a Saiyan Sky banner, but she's not here anymore. So, that's very unfortunate. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the first race. This first race is going to be a Sapporo Turf 1200 meter sprint, turning in the right direction. It's going to take place in a sunny and firm weather in the spring. I have to go to my phone here. My phone's the only one that can host it. So for those who are in the competition and may or may not be having Musume open right now, you can watch it with us through your device, or you can watch it through Discord, through YouTube, or you can watch it later in the future. It's, you know, you guys are fully able to watch this at any time. And if there's anyone that's spectating, or if anyone's on right now who's not competing and want to spectate, there's the race ID. You're more than welcome to spectate. But we are going to start it very, very much so briefly. So I'm going to set the timer here. We're moving the timer to 10 seconds now. I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm really excited.
Honestly, I'm feeling the same way. I'm every time I see this game, I always think back. I always look at this particular event that we're gonna be taking part in tonight, and I'm learning a lot here.
Let me make sure that the commentator is off there. I probably should have done this beforehand. Oops. Hold on. Windowed mode, no. Borderless full screen, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright. So we did have one scratch out, that being Butter, for the entirety of this practice phase. So here's to hoping that he may or may not show up in the finale. But moving on, though. Let's start off in our first post. We have Taju with the 2-star King Halo. Maximizing here on speed heavily. Picked as a number 5 favorite. Late surging. 8 aptitude across the board. Mood should be good for all racers. 3 skills. Unique skill, gold skill, and silver skill. So on the straightaway with the blinding flash, this skill will become useful for this race as it is a sprint. So increased sprinting ability when positioned toward the back of late race. Really good for King Halo. What are your thoughts so far?
You know what? This is a very well-rounded King Halo. I guess looking at the early to late race advantage here, this one's got a very, very strong start early race, and then it looks to not saying slowing down per se, but maintaining pace going into the mid race, and then picks up again in the late race. So this is all the stats here. They're very well rounded off, very fast. I'm looking forward to seeing how this King Halo will pull through.
Absolutely, I definitely do think that this King Halo has a chance, so long as she doesn't get boxed in. If she avoids getting boxed in and has a good final spurt and doesn't run out of stamina in time, I think she'll do fine. So all she needs to do is avoid late starts and rush activity. And even though it's F plus stamina, it is a sprint race, so it doesn't take a whole lot of stamina. In fact, I think F plus stamina especially, which is borderlining E stamina, I think she'll be fine. But if she does get a late start, or if she does rush and gets boxed in, then she might be done for. So moving on to the second bracket post, we have White Moon Field's Taiki Shuttle. Well-rounded stats across the board here, specializing in that D plus speed. Picked as a number 2 favorite. Said to do well in the middle, but it's a bit wiggly in the early and late race. Going for pace here, has one special stamina skill for Pace Chaser. Pace Chaser stamina skills are pretty good. Professor Curvature, that is a really good one to have. I'm expecting to see a lot of these in Swinging Maestros in the longer distance races. And then Shooting for Victory, a nice acceleration on the final corner. So I definitely do think that Despite what it says here on the top right, I definitely do think that Taiki Shuttle might have what it takes to really steal that victory.
Yeah, I'm very much in agreement with that with that observation. You know, well-rounded stats, very especially for a sprint race. So much like the previous horse, I'm looking forward to seeing what the shuttle will pull through with. My jaw is dropped at how consistent this build is at the moment.
Absolutely. Even though it's a D rank, it's still really good. It may not have C speed, but it's up there still. It has well rounded. So I'm looking forward to seeing Taiki Shuttle steal a victory here. Moving on, we have Portia with her Megid Orion. I've actually never seen Megid Orion's uniform like this before, at least not up close. Moving on from that though, she has a S aptitude on sprint, so slightly boost on there. You know, she got triple D stats there with, you know, guts and wit being F plus, but you know, it's no big deal. Moving on with her skills, she has quite a few skills here. Unfortunately, the Sapporo Racecourse stat will not, or not stat, skill may not apply here. Weight Surger Corners, she is Weight Surger, so that does apply. The Blazing Pride, I don't remember who that skill is from. But you know, slightly increased velocity when passing another runner toward the back of the pack, so that's good. Increased acceleration, late race, that's even better. It's going to help out with her power. Home stretch haste, and then nimble navigator, increasing maneuverability when blocking the last spurt. So there's low key in theory no stopping this Megid Orion, especially when she's voted #1 favorite. It says here that, you know, her early race is going to be a bit wobbly, but as the race progresses, she's going to get better and better. So, you know, so long as she can maintain a clear, you know, pacing, I think she's gonna do great.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this being a sprint distance type of race, you know, you're gonna need a little bit of sprint speed, a little bit of power, and even a little bit of wit. And this is exactly what what this horse has in store. So looking forward to this one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I did notice though that, you know, the guts on F plus, you know, it's fine. It's, you know, it's negligible. However, the F plus wit could lead to late starts in rush activity as well as not proccing skills. So here's to hoping that that doesn't burden her, and hope that if it does, then that the raw stats will carry her to victory. So moving on from that though, we have Hideki's Sakura Bakushin. Another C speed here with F plus stamina, borderline E stamina really. Borderline D power. Guts is, you know, it's negligible as always, and the wit is a bit higher than our previous horse here. It's going to be a front running Bakushin with A aptitude across the board. Having a swinging maestro for a sprint race, that's you know what, I'm all for it. Why not? And it has a soft step for medium distance, so that will not apply here. Last I recall, I believe this is a right-handed track. So, should say it here. If not, don't remember if it is. I'm pretty sure it is. So let me know in the in the comments down below. I already almost forgot. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this. Voted as #4 favorite. Said to do well in the beginning, but the rest of the race might be a bit rocky. So, I'm assuming, you know, don't get too boxed in. Have a good final spurt. Don't run out of stamina. I didn't actually notice this in my later runs that if people, even though it may be a shorter distance race, if other people have higher stamina, they will be running at a faster pace, which causes those who have lower stamina to not be able to keep up in the last spurt. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't burden a Bakushin here too much. So,
Whew. Well, looking at the this Bakushin build. Whew, look at that speed though. Honestly, she gets in front. She's gonna be hard to catch up to. Let's be honest here.
yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely do think that she has enough power to, you know, just keep it the whole way. And that's not including skills though. So, you know, it all comes down to wit and skills in what determines if this Bakushin can hold it. So, moving on, we have our wonderful Tao with their Grass Wonder. Voted as number 6 favorite. D's and E's across the board for stats, which is really good. However, I do see immediately that we have a G aptitude for sprint. So Grass Wonder is not fit for this distance of a race, but you know, it is turf and she is pace, so I mean there's always that. That being said, she does have a red skill. We have our first red skill here. So she will be increasing fatigue for pace chasers mid-race. So as long as she procs that, you know, our pace chasers mid-race might have a little bit of trouble here. The home stretch chase, sky high, Teo step, focused minds. I don't actually know what focused mind does. Increased velocity with a strong turn of foot when passing another runner. So basically just passing someone and she gets velocity. Increased velocity when followed. Oh, actually that's a nice skill actually, yeah. So overall, you know, just speed skills, but I definitely do think that that G sprint aptitude is gonna really weigh her down a little bit here. I'm actually a little worried for that, but you know, keep your head up high.
I'm not.
You're not at all.
I'm remaining optimistic about this one, but Tal, man, I gotta ask you, where are you feeding your Grass Wonder? Because these stats, they're very well balanced, and I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, no, these are definitely way balanced. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really wishing that G aptitude doesn't weigh her down a whole lot. I've seen some runners with bad aptitude and have still won, if not get top 3 in these races, and I'm really hoping that this Grass Wonder might be one of them. So, moving on, we have the Cross Hearts with a 3-star King Halo, D plus speed, D wit, F on the stamina and guts, but E plus in the power, borderline D power really. So weight surging, number 3 favorite. As the race progresses, she will be getting better and better. Has the red shift from Maruzensky, so that's going to be some nice acceleration on the final corner or later. And she's avoiding. She's not taking any risk on late start, so she's grabbing the focus skill. Flustered end closers, so any gold ships or Amazons, you know. Thankfully there are none here, but you know, studious. Slightly widened field of view and heightened observation in mid-race, so that'll help her out, get her set up for the last spurt. Gap closer, slightly increased spurting ability when positioned to the back way of the race. So, you know, she's basically I don't really know. She's basically, if everything works out in her favor here, she will slingshot hard. So just, you know, but if she gets boxed in, it might be over for her. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to Cross Hearts' King Halo. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
I'm very curious to see the late race with this King Halo, especially when you couple everything with those skills and just what's ready to go at this point in time. I'm curious to know how wide the gap will be.
Oh yeah, so, absolutely. Yeah, no, like
wild.
Yeah, all these Umas so far are really well suited to pull off a good last spurt. It's just a matter of who gets boxed in first, who is going to have, you know, rushed activity and all that stuff, because that's, again, it's just a sprint. Stamina's not too of an issue, but it does become an issue if you have these late starts or rush activity or these box-ins. So we'll see how offensive or defensive these Uma will run. We have an NPC. You got to root for the NPC. I'm not sure what they're running here. No skills. You know what? I like it.
That's ballsy.
Yeah.
That's ballsy.
G plus speed.
You know what? Kudos to you.
Absolutely.
I love the speed. I love the enthusiasm. You know,
yeah.
in a good mood.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here. And then last but not least, we have my Sakura Bakushin with G plus stats across the board. If I may be honest, I didn't have any good Musume for this race. And if I did, I had already sent my first batch of Glue Factory contestants. So, you know, if I did have a good racer for this one, she's already in the Glue Factory. And I'm sorry to say it. So, but yeah, that about covers, I think. Oh no, we have one more. We have Blurtberry's Bakushin, which is basically the same as my Bakushin, if I'm not mistaken. She just has her normal unique skill, basically the same as mine. Blurtberry, I'm rooting for you too. I'm looking forward to this Bakushin. Absolutely, see, or in my case, Burra. You know, since you know that's like one of her most famous names. But anyway, though, with that being said, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for this race. So going from the inside post all the way to the outside in this order, we have Taiju's King Halo, Taiki Shuttle from White Moon. We have Portia's Measured Orion, Sakura Bakushin from Hideki, Grass Winter from Tal, Crossheart's King Halo, our lovely NPC, myself, and then Blairberry at the end. So let's get this started.
That's hot.
Very, very sunny day here at the Sapporo Racecourse. Field of 9, 1 Musume per trainer. We have once again our number 1 favorite, Porsche with Measured Orion. Number 2 favorite, White Moon from Taiki Shuttle. And who can forget about me being the number 8 favorite? But let's hope they give it all. They're all here. All Musume into the gate, ready to start. And just like that, they are off. So far, they have all of great starts so far. The Bakushins will be taken up ahead. Taiki Shuttle is fighting for that 3rd and 2nd. The NPC is going to be unfortunately falling behind here really fast. The 2 King Halos are in the back, waiting for their opportunity. Meiji Orion slightly ahead of them. We see here the 2 Bakushins, I'm assuming from me and Blairberry, are falling behind here really fast. So, you know, that may or may not be it for us. White Moon with the Professor Curvature in this corner here. The one and only corner swinging Maestro from Hideki. Let's hope that that's a good enough stamina. Bakushin. I'm not really sure. I forget whose Bakushin is that. The number 4 Bakushin is in the head. Right behind her is Taiki Shuttle. Measured Orion. The 2 King Halos right behind. Taiki Shuttle is looking to pass. She might be able to pass here. But can she hold it? Measured Orion and King Halos are right on their tail. Taiki Shuttle barely takes the lead by... Oh, no, never mind. Sakura Bakushin. Taiki Shuttle... Wow.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
That was
a close one.
A 3-way tie almost.
Whew, I love that. I love that.
By a nose and a head.
Can we get the can we check out the NPC really quick? I want to make sure that they're actually okay.
Yeah. Let's. I want to make sure that
I think everyone took NPC to gabble bees.
Yes. All right. So that was Hideki's Bakushin. That was Hideki's Bakushin with the victory there. Winning by a nose. That was a very, very close one. That C speed and that power at the end really helped them out. I'm not sure if there was any rushed or late started activity there. I wish the game would tell me when you're spectating, but that's okay. I guess the swinging Maestro really came in handy. And then Taiki Shuttle's Moon came in 2nd there. Professor Curvature really came in handy there, but it was unfortunately not enough. As, you know, having your speed slightly lower, you know, had her capped out. But if I recall correctly, though, I do think that should have increased her maximum speed. So I'm actually kind of surprised that she didn't get first there. And then in 3rd place, we had Portia with the Measured Orion with the well-rounded stats. I'm assuming she got really lucky with her wit there, because either that or she got unlucky. Either lucky that, you know, she was able to hit top 3 with that, or unlucky that she was, you know, not able to hit all those stats, or not stats, the skills. In fact, I don't think I saw any of her skills prods, so that might have been it. So
we'd love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then following behind that, we have Taiju's King Halo, Crossheart's King Halo, Grass Wonder. See, Grass Wonder actually did pretty well. 6th place, and despite having G aptitude. Granted, it was by 8 lengths, but you know, we're not going to talk about that. So, but yeah, very.
That Grass Wonder did fantastic at the end of the day, regardless.
Absolutely. But congratulations, Hideki, for winning the first practice race of many. Right now I'm trying to get my phone ready for the next race. I have to like replay the race on my phone here, or rather skip it. Very, very fun stuff though.
And while we're waiting for the next race, everyone, if you want to grab yourself something to drink, get up, stretch, you know, do so, and we will be starting very, very shortly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Doesn't look right now.
I'm gonna save that race. And then we can move on to the next spectating match. Oops, not that one, this one. B. Meanwhile, actually, if you want to catch up with chat for me while I get this ready and set up, see what everyone's saying.
Yeah, you know what? The excitement for tonight's race are sky high. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love everyone's energy. Everyone that all of y'all are MVP. And again, appreciate y'all for taking part in tonight's event. It's a practice event, but you know what? It's all in good fun. I'm excited to see all your builds. It's been a lovely evening. But more importantly, who's getting that pumpkin spice latte?
That's what I'm saying. You know, I've actually never had pumpkin spice, and I'm gonna be that person. Same. I never had it. I am sorry. I'm just going through the chat right now, and it is just full of gifts, but it is also full of excitement. It is, yeah. I'm seeing lots of nice stuff. Portia's here, by the way. Shout out to Portia. If you guys have not checked out any of her streams, please go do it. Absolutely, Portia is. She has. This is like a personal opinion when I say this, that her vibes are so exciting yet chill. That too, immaculate as well. It is immaculately chill. She like her voice. It's like she's always doing ASMR, but she's not. Like it's just I love the way she speaks in her streams. You know, it is, you know, she's always so mellow. It is, you know, she is amazing. If you haven't go check her out, please check out her Twitch and all of her other socials. I may not be there for all her streams, but when I'm there, it's always for a good time. I've never had any form of either bad experience or any form of anything that, you know, that would ever draw me away. The only time it draw me away is because, well, I have a job in real life, so I had to go tend to that. But if it wasn't for that, I'd definitely hang out in her streams more often. And same goes for Blurtberry, by the way. Please shout out to Blurtberry. Blurtberry also streams on Twitch. And you know, she's awesome. She's also my bestie, slash sister, slash Mysteria VTuber as well. So very, very fun stuff.
Absolutely, yes. Blurtberry is an absolute vibe, along with Portia Pig. Please check them both out. All cozy in their respective streams, and Blurtberry is a fantastic artist as well. If you want to commission her for some emotes, she does have a VGen.
Absolutely.
Check her out.
Yeah, definitely do that. I don't think Portia draws, does she? I know that she cooks, last I recall. But I don't think she draws, does she? Oh, she bakes?
She did a baking stream.
That's what it was.
You know what? I'm absolutely jealous because I can't bake to save my life. Burn everything.
Oh,
I can't
no.
measure. But that's okay. That's why I'm a grill master.
The grill master. See, look, pair you and Portia together. You guys can like start a, you know, like a, I would say a bakery, but you know, some sort of like restaurant. You know, I could definitely see that. So
that's a good combination,
right? You know what? Actually, it just came to mind. I feel like you two, at some point in your lives, on stream, off stream, doesn't matter. You two should play Overcooked.
Oh my god!
I think that'd be really cool. In fact, I think it'd be really cool if if it was you two and then me and Barry. I feel like that'd be the only environment where I would actually hear Portia raise her voice ever so slightly.
It gets progressively angrier as time goes on with me.
She gets more and more demanding. I would love that. Yeah, Barry would be absolutely chaotic. No. I would be the one causing the chaos, low key. I would be the I'd be the quiet one causing all the chaos. That's just how I am. But yeah. Looking at the chibi setups here, we have I don't know if this is a you know, just utter convenience or like a
theme going on here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's convenience or paying to a tribute, but we have a bunch of Haru Uraras. For you guys that don't know, Haru Urara, the real life counterpart, unfortunately did pass away earlier last week. But you know, her spirit, her unwavering spirit to always race and never give up lies within us. So you know, if you guys want to throw some F's in the chat for Haru Urara, now would be a good time too. That being said, though, Haru Urara is a precious being. in my Musume career that, you know, I don't know. This is going to turn around really, really fast. And I mean this as a compliment and out of love. But sometimes I see Haru Urara, especially in chibi form, and I just want to, like, gently grab her by the head and just give her a bit of a shake. See what happens. See if she has any more brain cells in there. Haru is amazing. So, what do you know about Haru Urara?
He's precious. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, she's always been precious and forever in our hearts.
Absolutely. You know, she may have lost every race that, you know, she was presented to herself in real life and maybe in Musume, but she was a winner in our hearts. So, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
With that being said, let's get this Haru race going. So, gonna limit the countdown here and hit start. Gonna take a minute to prep the race. There we go. All right. As always, they're all in a good mood. I do think that everyone here is going to be in a good mood no matter the race here for the practice phase. And we have the lovely NPC random name, Coffee Parfait. I feel like
that sounds fantastic. If I'm being honest, I do love me a good coffee. I do love me a good parfait. When you put the two together, oh my goodness.
Yep. It sounds it honestly on paper and probably execution it sounds amazing, but for my body that is recipe for disaster. As I don't mind coffee. I like coffee mixed in with stuff, like how, you know, Starbucks does it. And I love parfaits alone, especially, you know, fruit parfaits. However, between me being lactose intolerant and my body not being able to handle coffee all that well, that is a recipe for me to go to the hospital. So,
no.
But in another life, I absolutely think that I would destroy a coffee parfait any day of the week. So, moving on to the first contestant, we have Blackberry's Haru Urara. A very interesting aptitude, you know, stats going here. We have A Dirt, B Mile, and S for lately surging. We have, as someone said in the chat just now, abs. That it does spell out abs. Setting aside the aptitude though, late surging Haru Urara, that is normal. Number 4 favorite, said to do somewhat well in the mid and late race. D speed, D power, low wit, has a couple skills there, but E guts and E plus stamina. So has the rice shower skill here, blue rose closer, increasing velocity when breaking out of the final path in the final straight. Straighter recovery. You know, if you want this to proc in a race like this, it has to proc soon. It'd be a shame if it proc in the last minute. Sprinting gear. This will be unfortunately not be used as for sprint only. And this one is for late surger. If I recall, that actually makes me want to do my research on this race here. If you want to talk about Haru Urara while I look at this race course. I need to look at if there's any hills in this race.
Well, looking at Blurberry's Haru Urara, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one will perform in the late race. Definitely very proficient, and she's fast.
Oh yeah,
this one is particularly fast, and I can't take my eyes off the abs.
The abs.
That's putting some emphasis on something there, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely. Sorry to look at the distance. 1700. Okay.
1700. Love it.
1700 on a turf. Where is 1700 turf? Should I know this before? Probably, but we're not going to talk about it. Oh no, this is dirt actually. I lied. It looks like we have a starting at the starting line. We're going to go from the home stretch around, and it does look like it's going to be an uphill. There's going to be an uphill, and that's all they're going to have. So this ability will probably proc early, assuming that she gets put in a good position. So I'm looking forward to that. That's really smart. This is why I posted the locations and tracks and distance for everyone, because some of these skills rely based on the track conditions, whether it be the weather, the track type, or something like hills, which they don't tell you in the game, but there is a website known as Game Tora. Game Tora will tell you all the skills and race courses of literally all of its, statistical information. So do please, use that if you want to up your game on Musume, whether it be for this tournament or for just, overall playing. Moving on. Coffee Parfait. Can't forget about Coffee Parfait. Not holding any skills, but we are rooting for this NPC. It's the only end closer we have, so not much to say there really. but she's cute.
This is gonna be hard. The speed. It's not gonna be too bad. But you know what?
Power.
They're gonna do their best, and I'm rooting for her.
Absolutely. I mean, she looks adorable. Some of these NPCs in this game look absolutely adorable, especially when they're in a good mood. Most of the time I see them in bad moods, but she's in a good mood, and I'm just happy she showed up. In fact, I will be, after this race, I think I'm gonna buy her a McDonald's meal. I think I'm gonna go do that. So moving on.
So sweet of you.
Thank you. Moving on, we have Tal's El Condor Pasa with the A aptitude across the board except for the dirt, which is fine. B dirt shouldn't affect her a whole lot, honestly. Verning at pace, one of the 2 pace chasers, number 7 favorite. E across the board except for the guts and wit. Flying at F. Has 1 red skill, Frenzy and Closers. That is for our one and only Coffee Parfait. That is so unfortunate. Tal, how dare you? Pace chaser straightaways, so getting some straightaway speed. And then unique skill, hang on to the advantage. That's more or less of a, I'd consider that a gut skill. But I know it gives velocity either way. So you have the Hawkeye for medium distance. Won't apply here, unfortunately. So overall, not looking too bad though. What do you think?
Yeah, not looking too bad either. She's a pacer, and consistency is key. And again, the stats are balanced. Good in the dirt, and I'm super pumped for this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm absolutely am. I just realized that there are no front runners, so whoever the other pace chaser is, these 2 are going to be basically the front runners. So
and that's okay.
That is a-okay. Moving on to the Haru Urara, the Quiz Queen. I'm not sure how you get that effort, but the Quiz Queen for D speed. So we're looking for a very fast Haru here with great power, wit, basically borderline D wit. Stamina and guts are an F, but that's okay. Doesn't matter too much. It is a mile race, so that is F and not F plus. So Haru might run out of stamina here if she gets boxed in real early or has a late start. She does have a stamina skill if she's in the back, so there is that. Corner Adept, good stuff. Home stretch haste, Nimble Navigator, good stuff. Number 5 favorite, has that S aptitude and mile. Not sure if I said that already. Late as as to be expected. Overall good. It seems like I wouldn't say it's quite a glass cannon, but it's definitely seems like it was somewhat in that direction. So I think yeah, she'll be all right in my book.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement. The stamina is gonna be compensated by the skill there. Otherwise, everything else here very much balanced as things should be. Absolutely.
Moving on, we have Mai Haru Urara. There's not much to say here. She is a basic Haru, doesn't have much. She is my basic Haru, so we can absolutely just skip her. But I'm still rooting for her though. You
know what? She's super duper stoked.
She is. Yep.
That mindset is all you need.
Absolutely. No, I don't know if you knew. You probably haven't seen it before, but every Musume, whenever they like get beneath top 5, they always have like a upset face, or like they'll always be like some sort of like sad expression. For Haru, she's always happy. She's just happy that she was there. Like I'm serious. She is the only Uma where her jogging animation after the race is just her just happy. you're always gonna see her happy no matter what, which is nice of her. So
That's what I love about her.
absolutely. Ooh, man, this one, Portia's Midget Orion. I was really loving everything I saw except for that dirt. But you know what? Grass Wonder made it work last time, so here's the hoping that Ryan makes it work here this time. Number 6 favorite said to do pretty okay in the beginning and middle stage, but end is or like the late race is undefined, undetermined. Sapporo race course. I don't think we're at Sapporo, are we? We are at Kokora. Homeshire Chase, Nimble Gavigator, Weight Surger Corners, Blazing Pride. We have it all here. Yeah, we have the GBA, Game Boy Advance aptitude going on. So,
GBA.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, nothing super amazing, but don't counter out. That's what I would say. So, and then we have Jimmy's Haru Urara as well, 2-star Haru. Ease across the board with a D gut, which is really interesting for a mile race. But it is number 3 favorite. Pretty well all around for early, mid, and late. Has a lot of passive skills. Wow. Left-handed Kyoto, wet conditions, cloudy days. So this Haru is built for a left-handed Kyoto on a rainy day. So if this Haru was racing on a day like that, I think she would have easily taken the lead here. Soft step won't matter in the medium distance. Prudent positioning, navigation, early race, that should help her get in a good position. And if it doesn't, she always has her unique skill to fall back to. So voted number 3 favorite. This is an interesting character, an interesting build. I thought
that's a lot of passives like that.
Yeah.
My attention is currently on the passives. The slew of them. I feel like this is shaping up to be a very well balanced Haru Urara.
It does.
So that's exciting.
It does, but I will have to say, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the turn direction for this course is going to be right-handed. It's not left-handed, unfortunately, and it takes place in Kokura, not in Kyoto. And the weather and track conditions are sunny and firm. So, as impressive as this looks, unfortunately, I don't think any of this will proc.
If you turn your screen, you can make it left. You can make it.
We can make it left.
You
know what? You make a fair point, chat. I want you to turn your head upside down and carefully. Don't hurt yourself, but turn your head upside down.
If you're on mobile, please disable screen rotation, and then flip your phone around.
Yep, and then there you look. Oh my God, look, she's running a left-handed course.
Excellent. I love it.
It works. Moving on, we have Teju's Haru Urara. C speed, C power. How did this? Oops. Oh no, I made a mistake. Hold on, chat. Wait, C speed and C power for that Haru. How did she get it to? How did she get to D rank? This is
feeding.
Yeah,
feeding this Haru.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Number 1 favorite. But the only 2 skills. That is insane. Slightly increased passing ability as a late surger. Teju was cooking with this one. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of speechless here.
You gotta give us some. You gotta give us some secrets. let it out.
Yeah. This is it's kind of hard to compare to this, but I mean, hey, we still have a few more runners to look at. In fact, we actually have the Taiki Shuttle to look at. So, but still, that is crazy. That's all we gotta say, really. I don't think she's running it out of stamina anytime soon. I think she is explosively gonna hit her top speed very fast, and with that wit, I don't think she's gonna have too much of a problem proccing her 2 skills. So, in guts, I mean, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, moving on, we have, last but not least, our White Moon Field Taiki Shuttle, Graded Giant. Number 2 favorite is looking to do pretty well in the early race, but in the middle going to struggle a little bit, but should do better in the end, with almost rivaling speed as Teju's Haru Urara. E across the board with the rest of the stats. Shooting for victory, hydrate, Professor Curvature. Moon loves her Professor Curvature. I'll tell you that right now. It may be the second race, but this is the second time I've seen it, and it's interesting to see it on such a short distance race where, you know, sometimes these courses are so short that there are no corners to turn to. In fact, there's a couple of races out there where it's just a stretch. So, you know, I wouldn't say that she was lucky per se, because there's very few short, courses that have that, but I think she considers herself lucky that she didn't get any of those. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping that this Taiki shuttle can rival that Haru Urara that we saw from Taju. If I'm not mistaken, that's the number 8 Haru. So be on the lookout for number 8 throughout the race. She may or may not be surging out of nowhere, but if she does get boxed in, then you guys will have a much better chance, I think. So here's the hoping. That being said, I think that covers all the racers. So you ready to get this started?
Let's get right to it.
All right, this is our lineup from left to right, or from the inside to the outside. The only difference here is that this time we have one bracket with our top 2 favorites. They're both on the outside, so that could be for the better or worse. We shall see. Another wonderful sunny day on the Kokora racecourse with the field of 9. We have half the field being taken up by a bunch of Haru Uraras. I'm you know, as a pink lover, I'm really happy to see all these Harus do their best, especially with all their positive energy. I don't know how I would feel though if I was in this racecourse. So they're all in their posts, and they're off just like that. They are off on a good start so far. Taiki Shuttle here taking initiative as long as El Condor Pasa. All the Harus will take a step back here and, you know, bide their stamina. So so far it'll just be a front racing duel between Taiki Shuttle and El Condor Pasa. Taiki Shuttle slightly behind, but is picking up Professor Curvature. That Haru though, that's number 8 Haru right there. That is Taju's Haru already picking it up. Even though she's late, she's already in second right now. We're not even halfway into the race. So yeah, okay, now she's pulling back a little bit. We have a whole field of Harus in the middle, still with Taiki Shuttle and El Condor Pasa. It looks like Taiki Shuttle, they're rushed a little bit, so I hope that her stamina is okay. Our Harus, once again, they're chilling together. I don't know if they're scheming something or not. I don't know what happens when a Haru meets another Haru. It feels so surreal. But everyone's maintaining their positions quite well. We have 3 races in the back, which would be the Medjol Orion, our Coffee Parfait, and my Haru. We're hitting this final corner here. Taiki Shuttle's looking to pass first. El Condor passes in second. We have our Urara skill. Taju's Haru Urara is surging out of nowhere, as I mentioned before. Taiki Shou's going to try and hold that first place. El Condor is falling behind fast. Taju's Haru is looking to pass. She's looking to pass. She passes by half a length, and she takes it. Taju's Haru Urara wins it. Second place will be Taiki Shuttle. Third place, I believe it's another Haru. If not, maybe El Condor Pasa. See, look at her. See, even though she lost, she's always happy. That is, yeah. I had an odd feeling these two would definitely be the competition here for first place. Followed by that would be the other Harus. El Condor Pasa fell behind to 5th place, many lengths behind. So, I definitely do think that if these Haru Uraras were to work together, I think it'd be a very scary thought for everyone else in the field. But thankfully, I don't think they have enough brain cells to do that. But still, though, very good race. So, by a neck though, no less too. Haru took that by a neck. I think if that race was any shorter, I think Taiki Shuttle would have held it. So. I honestly expected this to happen from a dirt race. I don't know about you, but a dirt race just screams Haru in my opinion.
That was a left angle race, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm shook.
Shook at the Haru.
Absolutely.
All right, this next race is going to be a very big one at that. We have 16
300 meters.
2300 meters and with 18 runners in the field with one scratch out. So we've been doing fields of 9 for these first two, but we have quite the roster for this one. We have quite a bit of a roster, so we're gonna have to go through these contestants fairly fast here, so we don't waste too much time.
Yep, let's get right into it.
Absolutely. So hit the start race. Prepping the race now. Here we go. All right. Lots of racers here. Lots of Uma. Let's start off from number 1. We have an NPC. Now, we have some interesting stats here, wow, actually. So, if I'm not mistaken, these runners are all C rank. Yep, they are all C rank. So we're amping up the stats here. So we're no longer just seeing G, F, and E ranks now, and maybe occasional D's and C's. We're now seeing more consistent D's and C's here. So do expect that. We're gonna skip on over to from the NPC and moving on to Taos and Narita Brian. Double crown, A across the board for aptitude, number 11 favorite, C's and D's across the board, has 2 skills for navigation, corner recovery straight away, and 2 unique skills at her belt. So I'm looking forward to this one. And also too, by the way, I should mention that this field of Umas will now be working together in teams of 2 per trainer. So we'll be going over those really fast. So yeah, I do like this. Narita Brian. Moving on to Grass Wonder by Jimmy with a S aptitude for late. We still see a few, a straight E, but that's okay. For medium, E guts is not terrible. D stamina, C plus speed, C power, C wit, good stuff there. Number 9 favorite, more passive skills I'm seeing there. A red skill, couple of stamina, and some yellow skills here. This is a competitive spirit, so that's when 5 or more are in the same strategy, so that's going to proc well. This is on a firm cloudy day on a fall, so this is cloudy, so this will proc. Unfortunately though, it will not rain, so that's fine. It's still something. So this is overall looking pretty good. I do think Grass Winter here is a slightly better chance compared to last time. So, and then moving on to Jimmy's second Uma, the 2-star die with Scarlet, C's and D's across the board. Number 3 favorite. Lots of yellow skills here. I like it with 2 passive skills. This one is actually probably going to proc because there are 5 front runners here, and front runner savvy, so good wit and power here. I do expect Die with Scarlet here to speed up very fast in the final spurts, assuming she doesn't run out of stamina too much. But with C stamina, I can't imagine you running out of stamina so fast unless everyone else has better stamina than you. So I definitely do think that'll be good. A front runner Die with Scarlet, I do believe that is common. I don't remember what her aptitude is normally. But considering I see that's A, it should be good. Moving on to Blairberry's special week, late surging special week. Now that I know for a fact that she's really good at that. Stamina and power is looking crazy good right now. Stamina is almost at a B. I cannot imagine this special week getting tired at all. I definitely do think that someone gave her a Monster Energy drink and she's raring to go. So with the Shooting Star, Bluish Closer, Ultra Chase, Inside Scoop, and Deep Breaths, I think she'll be fine as long as she doesn't get boxed in. But even then, I feel like she'll be fine regardless. Just as long as she doesn't get boxed in on that last spurt. So D plus wit.
Just give her some gamer subs and
yeah, there you go. There you go. You know it. Absolutely. So in fact, I'm gonna take a sip now that you said that. If you want to cover Tao's Oguri Cap while I drink.
Tao's Oguri Cap. Ooh, I love it here. I love it. We got a little bit of everything, but some emphasis on speed here, and I love to see it. I love to see it. You know, she's going to be keeping pace mid to or early to mid race, and then she is, at least from what I'm seeing here, I'm expecting her to just explode in the late race. Taking a look at her skills really quick. We got Triumphant Pulse, Sky High, Piano Step, Acceleration, Corner, Connoisseur. Playtime's over.
Yeah, so we got some acceleration here.
I like it.
We have
some good acceleration.
Yeah.
Some good cornering.
Yeah, absolutely. And Triumphant Pulse is apparently one of the best skills in the game that you can get. With 200 meters remaining, you greatly break out of the pack and basically just run faster. I may not be the most meta Musume player out there, and this is a very, very, very hard take, but I don't use Triumphant Pulse.
You know what? That's okay.
Yep.
That's okay.
I'm glad you find it okay. I definitely do think it's not a bad skill, but I don't find it as mandatory compared to other people. So, but for those who do, I'm looking forward to seeing it pay off. I want you guys to shut. Huh?
In Tel's case, I'm expecting to see this one fly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It may not be as explosive, but it's still gonna fly. So, oh excuse me, so sorry. Moving on, we have the Cross Hearts, Nice Nature 2-star. The number 18 favorite. Not looking too bright for her, but we do see the red skill, so the evil nature is in effect. So I think that's what's going on. I think I'm starting to see the strategy that I did when I was participating in the Gemini Cup. So let me fill you in on a little bit. So this is Nice Nature here, and her stats here are not amazing, and that's actually transparent. Like I think even Cross Hearts would even say that. That being said, it doesn't matter how bad her speed, stamina, power, or guts are. It's that wit that matters, because no matter how bad she does, if she has good wit, she's gonna start proccing all these red skills that's gonna basically ruin all the other Uma's day, except for her teammate over here, Silent Suzuka. So what people use for Nice Nature is they like to call her Evil Nature, because all she has to do is proc all these skills, and she let her teammate wins the race. So I do expect this Nice Nature to just sit in the back of the race the entire time, while her teammate Silent Suzuka here will steal the victory. But we'll have to see based on what stats Suzuka will have. So tell me how you feel about that.
Nice Nature is with all the red skills in in her pocket, you know. The name's not matching. The name's not matching.
The name's not matching at all.
Nature here is not going to be so nice in the late race, but you know what? I'm all for surprises. So
Yeah, no,
I'm keeping my eyes on this one.
Absolutely. Even if she's off shot, you know, I'm still paying attention. I'm gonna still see the skill feed to see how many skills she procs. So yeah, you definitely do be careful out there. Moving on, my Maduzensky with a medium S aptitude, CDs across the board. Overall, just she's looking to be a front runner. You know, it's funny. I said that I'm not a big fan of Triumphant Pulse, but it seems as though that I use Triumphant Pulse. So we're just gonna retract that. And view from the lead is mine. So my build with Maduzensky here is she's just gonna take the lead and keep it. She's just gonna rely on that speed, stamina, and power, and just hold it. That's all she has to do. I'm not really sure why I gave her this skill, but we're not going to talk about it. So yeah, no, and she also has straightaway acceleration and beeline burst, so she's going to be just speeding on that straightaway, just like the race car that she desires to drive so much. So yeah, that's I'm going to leave it at that, with her being the number 2 favorite. And then following next to her is my teammate Tokai Teo with B+ speed, borderline A speed, which is crazy to believe that she's in here. Yeah, Professor Curvature, Home to Chase, Pressure, Go with the Flow, and her unique skill at level 1. Um, just running at pace, so she's not gonna use too much stamina. But it's funny though, because despite how fast she is, she's number 10 favorite. So we'll see what the game's thinking when it comes to that. I'm assuming it's the guts and wit that's the problem. So one can only imagine. Moving on, we have Midgeon McQueen from White Moon with the S aptitude. Similar to, almost similar to my Tokai Teo, E guts, D plus wit, and then C across the board for speed, stamina, and power. Has the Biwa Hai Hide skill here, so basically looking to pass as soon as that last corner hits. Professor Curvature, straight recovery, Duty of Dignity, so level 3 no less, so that's actually pretty impressive for a C rank character. Running at pace, so she won't be expending too much stamina, so she will be trying to sneak her way through a victory, either in the mid race or late race. So we'll see how that goes. And then we move on to her teammate King Halo, number 13 favorite, late surging as always. Similar skills with the Biwa Hai Hide skill, swinging Maestro, ramp up. So I'm looking forward to seeing this King Halo conserving her stamina to the very end. Doesn't have quite the power to explosively accelerate, but I would not count her out by any means. I do think that, like, compared to everyone else that we've seen, she can still pull ahead. So, and I hope she works well with her teammate too as well. So, and then moving on to Nice Natures from Taiju, has great speed, unlike Evil Nature from Cross Hertz. We have mediocre stamina. Power's pretty good, borderline C, F plus guts, so that might be a problem for in the late race. But if she can slingshot her way across, then that won't be too much of a problem. She has almost C wits, and she does have some red skills just like Cross Hearts. So be careful for Cross Hearts and Taju's Nice Nature. They will still be proccing red skills. So except this one actually has quite a bit more oomph in the speed in the speed aisle, so do be careful for that. Oh boy, we have the gold ship, everyone. Our first gold ship, not from the one and only.
Boy.
From one, yep, the one and only Porsche. So
holding back.
Yeah,
holding back on this one, Porsche? I love it. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Has a lot of speed skills going on here. Except for the long corners. We're on a medium distance, so that unfortunately won't proc. But coast is clear, corner adept, victory in my future, getting out of that jam, triumphant pulse. So she is really building for a true end closer here. It says here on the top that she's number 16 favorite, but if Goldship here can catch a good view from the finish line at that last corner, and she accelerates and she procs that triumphant pulse, and she has good momentum, I definitely see this Goldship placing a much higher placing than what she's voted for. So yeah, no, absolutely amazing stuff. And moving on to Bloodberry's teammate Midgeon McQueen with another S aptitude. I'm noticing a lot of S aptitudes here. Number 14 favorite, C's on speed and stamina, power for D and for guts, and wits and E. So it will be a slight miracle if she does proc some of these skills. Here's the hoping she does. She will probably need it, especially with the Professor Curvature, with everyone else running Professor Curvature. What's going to be almost imperative here. Maybe not as imperative as long distance, but imperative enough. So I'm looking forward to that as well. We have our NPC once again, Mechanical Vapor. Shout out to Mechanical Vapor. Not really sure what it's implying, but we're just gonna move on from that. And last but not least, or actually, is this last but not least? I think we have two more. We have two more. So moving on to Crossheart's teammate, a silent Suzuka frontrunner with D plus stamina and B plus speed. So rivaling my Tokai Teo here. D's guts, D plus power, E wit, concentration. We saw the Suzuka on the test race that we did when we rehearsed for the tournament. This was the exact same Suzuka. She had a late start, but she had the concentration skills, so she wasn't able to fall behind a whole lot. Body and mind, View from the Lead is mine. I am looking forward to this. She's voted number 1 favorite, surprisingly, in terms of what she may be lacking. But hey, I'm all for it. I love Silent Suzuka. You know, she's one of my favorite characters of all time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. But this is most certainly a glass cannon build here, where, you know, she's gonna be really fast, but if she runs out of stamina, she will be falling behind really fast too. So, you know, take deep breaths, Suzuka. I believe in you. For the first time ever, we're seeing Mayano Top Gun, also from Porsche. You know, sees across the board from her first 3 stats and an E on Guts and Wit. Number 12 favorite. A well-diverse amount of skills here. Rushing Gale, Second Wind, Straight Recovery, Front Runner Straightaway. She run front. She is running front. Flashy Landing as well. Break out of the pack. So if she does fall behind, she will be proccing that. It's level 3 no less. Non-standard distance. Is this non-standard? It is non-standard. So she will be having a boost in stamina for this race. So yeah, Porsche came prepared for this one. She was paying attention to, you know, the races. So I'm glad she was. She came prepared and did not disappoint at all. And last but not least, we have another Top Gun with B speed and C stamina. I don't know what this game's thinking. Voting her number 15 is like B speed, and C stamina, and borderline C power. Like, she has the whole alphabet here, and she's front running too. Professor Curvature. Unfortunately, this is a non-standard distance, but that's okay. Front runner straightaways. Leader's Pride. This Top Gun has what it takes. I guess the only reason why they voted her so low was the guts, I guess, which makes sense. It is a medium distance, but like even then, I would not count her out so much. Oh, I did it again. Oopsies. But yeah, no,
let's get right into it.
Yeah, no, I definitely yeah, no, I don't know what the game's thinking. So but yeah, moving on, you know, from left to right, you know, you can see here's in the brackets. I'm not going to go over all of them because it's been extended quite a bit, so. Right, it is a cloudy day on the Tokyo racecourse. Field 18's here on our non-standard distance race course. Once again, we have our Crosshearts Silent Suzuka #1 favorite. Followed behind that is Jimmy's number 3 Dawa Scarlet, and last but not least, our number 2 for my Maruzinski. My Umas will not be holding back, so especially during the finals. So be on lookout for them. And just like that, they're off. Once again, Crosshearts Silent Suzuka had a late start, but had concentration to back her up. So, we have the Rushing Gale going off from Porsche, the Top Gun. Coast is Clear, also from Porsche with her gold ship. I'm seeing the evil nature skills going off here. Everyone's flowing nice though. Everyone's divided into their roles. We have 2 front runners here. We have some corner skills going off now from Tal, Whitberry, and Moon. My Maruzinski's gonna hold the front for a little bit, going right in front of Scarlet for a length or so. Although Dawa Scarlet there is pulling it up ahead. Silent Suzuka's in 3rd despite being a front runner, so I sure hope that she's not feeling rushed or running out of stamina. Now Brian is coming up on her. Another evil nature skill. McQueen is shown in the middle, followed behind her is Tokai Teo, and then behind her is another McQueen. We have a Top Gun in the back there. I'm assuming that one is Porsche's. Everyone is, you know, everyone's lined up here. Everyone's here is flowing smoothly. Jimmy's
pace. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. The space is going on well. This is a medium distance, so they do need to, you know, keep their breaths, you know, at a regular pace. So in the back here we have King Halo, Cap, and then I can't really see who's in the far back. I'm assuming that's the Evil Nature. Maruzinski's skill. Getting that acceleration in for the final corner.
Oh boy.
There she goes. She's gonna try and claim first. Dawa Scarlet's gonna hold her. The NPC is coming up on second. Bartberry shooting star. Moon McQueen skill. Going with the flow, the Tokai Teo. Dawa Scarlet's holding front. Maruzinski's boxed in. Let's be it for her. She's just slowly adjusting her her pacing here. everyone's bunched up here. Everyone here is just fighting equally here. I see the nice natures in behind. Suzuka's falling behind. The straightaway acceleration from my Matazinski. Special Week's kind of boxed in, trying to looking for that lead. She's trying to pull through. She almost breaks through. The NPC's coming out of nowhere. The NPC takes the first. The NPC, no one
That
wins
is
first.
wild. Oh my goodness.
By a length and a half.
Shout out to the NPC. Nice little surprise of the race here. Oh goodness.
Wow. Shout out to Wagahato.
M shook right now.
That is, yeah. You know what that means for all the contestants? You guys gotta. You guys just gonna let that happen, you guys? No, it's okay. I mean, I lost too. Let's be real. Everyone lost. But setting aside the NPC though, Blurberry was on the verge of taking that victory, short by a length and a half. That was slightly unexpected, as Blurberry's special week is on D+ speed. Everyone else had like C and B. So as I'm reading the chat here, White Moon says the NPC tired of getting underestimated. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that is absolutely crazy. So following behind that is Jimmy's Die with Scarlet, which I did say that it was going to be overall pretty good, with that competitive spirit. And then following behind that, it's White Moon's Megiddo McQueen, the King Halo also from her, and etc. You guys can read the rest, but as for the natures, they were in last. I knew it. It is so unfortunate that that's how nature's role is nowadays. Is she's meant to just serve as the caboose for all these races, but in exchange she procs all of her skills. But moving on from that though, we have 2 more races in front of us. So 1 more for the Trainers Cup, and then after that it'll be the official G1 race, Arima Kinen. So let me go ahead and get this started. Meanwhile, if you wanna catch up with what chat is saying.
Everyone is absolutely shook by how the NPC took the last race, and you know what? I don't blame them. I'm equally as surprised, but that's okay.
Yeah,
surprises are always expected here. I'm still trying to process that right now.
Absolutely, no, I don't blame you at all in the slightest. Yeah, that's oh gosh, I'm looking at this roster now. We have 3 evil natures going on here. So all right, let's give it a nice rundown, and we'll get this one started. Someone said that we need Wakahato's backstory ASAP. Absolutely, we need to. She needs to turn into a 3-star character. All right, for this race, we are in a snowy day. We're in the winter. Once again, 18 bracket race. Or not 18 brackets. 18. I can't remember if it's poles and brackets.
I think this is 3,200 meter, if I recall correctly.
3,200 meter long. So this is the same distance as a. Yeah, this is Kikasho. Well, I couldn't speak there. A Kikasho length race here. It's going to be turning right. It's on the outer winter soft grass. So make sure you guys have an extra. I wouldn't say an extra pair, but a well gripped pair of horseshoes here. I'm gonna go run this real quick. We got Blairberry for special week, specializing in S for late surging. D's and C's across the board. Number 7 favorite. Pretty sure it's the same special week from last time, but she is ready to do a long race. Moving on, we have Evil Nature. Well, actually, this one's actually the nice nature. She will be falling behind fast though, unfortunately, again because this is a much longer distance. But those skills will not stop her. Knights of Brian from Jimmy, number 13 favorite. Pace chasing, B speed, D plus stamina. So this is long distance now. So D, E, guts and stamina are not going to cut it if you want to maintain your speed. I hate to be blunt, and this is not just towards Knights of Brian. This is towards basically the majority of runners here. So this will be harsh for them, but I'm still wishing them best of luck. So we have My McQueen as number 2 favorite. Sees across the board for the wit, especially. Deep power, E-guts, has the anchors away. This was an interesting skill. I'll explain this one to you basically. At the halfway point of the race, you like instead of having your last spurt on the corner, they kind of start it as soon as like the halfway point starts. And they will slowly and increasingly get faster and faster and faster until they either run out of stamina or they get first. So it is actually a really great skill, but it only mostly works in long distance and with gold ship. But you also have to build stamina well. So, but with the shooting star as well, and duty of dignity, I feel like so long as she doesn't run out of stamina, McQueen will probably not really slingshot, but she will definitely be a growing powerhouse. Halfway into the race. So we have Porsche's El Condor Pasa. I believe it's the first time or second time we're seeing this. Body and mind, swinging, maestro, straightaway acceleration, straightaway recovery, firm conditions. Unfortunately, it's snowing, so they will not be firm. It'll be anything but firm. A attitude across the board. Overall, pretty good stuff. Moving on to her teammate, Top Gun. Same stats, very consistent. 12 favorite. Rushing Gale second win. Same stuff as last time. So, I'm not really sure if this outfit is, going to be good for her in the snow. But, I mean, hey, who am I to judge? So, moving on with the Evil Nature, Cross Hearts. Same thing as last time. Shouldn't expect anything too crazy, but those skills will be crazy. Moving on to Jimmy's Evil Nature as well. See Wit there. 3 red skills. Same thing as Cross Hearts. Nothing too crazy, but those skills will be holding back a lot of people. Excuse me, sorry. Holding back a lot of people, so we'll see how that goes. Blairberry with the alternate outfit from Reginald McQueen, Season Ds, really just 1 C and a bunch of Ds across the board, so overall well balanced, but she does have an S on aptitude for long. Pace chasing with 3 unique skills and Professor Curvature. Despite it being a really average build, I do agree with the game when I say that, it is safe to, build. It is very safe to say that she is the number 1 favorite here. As like, there's nothing that she's lacking too much of, but she's not excelling too much of anything either. So she's a well-balanced character, and I really like that, and I can respect that. We have Crosshearts Top Gun Season Ds with 2 S aptitudes for turf and front. SAS. That is a crazy build here. Swinging Maestro, straight recovery, home stretch chase, early lead. No firm conditions, unfortunately, and dignity, the duty of dignity. So, if this Top Gun's gonna place high, she is relying on that S aptitude, because S aptitude does give you slight bonuses. So having 2 of those S's will be crazy. I really do wonder if I'm ever gonna see people with 3 S aptitudes all across the board. Moving on to the NPC Hig Spray. That is a really interesting name. Fall Runner. Fortunately, it's snowing, so that won't proc here. But, she's very cute. I love the outfit. I really love the outfit. This is something that I would wear. I'm going to be honest. So,
a cold day like this.
especially, I mean, okay, let's be real. Okay, if this was longer, maybe covering tummy, I would probably still wear this. I think. Like, I would still rock the skirt and tights and everything. I would still wear all that. But yeah, moving on to White Moon Fields mentioned McQueen. Same thing as last time. Number 6 favorite. Pace chasing. Biwa High Hides. Unique scale. Pressure curvature and straightaway recovery. Usual stuff. Taliesin Bully Rudolph with the Silver Collector. So which means that this Bully Rudolph didn't win a whole lot of races in her career. She got a lot of second, if anything. But that doesn't mean that she can't win. So I'm looking forward to seeing what here. Just a bunch of speed skills with focus. So, if the late start happens, she should be okay. Moving on to White Moonfield's teammate, Grass Wonder. I forgot that Grass Wonder has a aptitude on long. At least I think she does, and she has a lot of red skills. So we have 4 people that have red skills, which is, I wouldn't say it's not common, but it's not super duper rare either. Which this is a bit of an illusion here because this is 399, 299, so this is basically a C and a D on these 2 stats here. So for speed and stamina. So don't discount her out, even though she's a 2-star and voted number 16. Night Titan from Kaju. I'm not sure if we've seen this before, but voted number 14 favorite. C on speed and stamina. D power and Eon gets lit. Anchors away skill, swinging Maestro on corners, nemesis. Great stuff, really. Honestly, well rounded. I hope she does well. Oguri Cap from Tao. Season D's. 2 unique skills, corner acceleration, got the playtime's over acceleration. So there's overall acceleration. She's looking, you know, she's looking to explosively pull on that last corner, assuming she has the stamina for it. So, and then we have my symbol Rudolph with B speed, C plus stamina and power, E guts, D plus wit. 3 unique skills. I do believe that this symbol Rudolph, I remember her vaguely, that she was able to explosively pull ahead in the race, no matter if I put her on late or pace. So I'm hoping that she, even though I'm not competing, I do kind of hope, you know, I get to see that again, because it was really nice seeing that. And then we have the other NPC that's basically wearing the same thing as the other one, except she's not wearing tights and it's green. So still very cute though, very, very cute. Probably my favorite outfit from all the NPCs. So yeah, that being said, we can absolutely get this started, showing the road. Any thoughts?
Absolutely not. I'm looking forward to seeing this particular race on a snowy day. I just want to see. I want to see all the nice natures, and the not so nice nature of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it is. So I don't think I told you this, but you can tell. I think sometimes it doesn't tell you when the red skills are popping off on the skill feed, but you know when they're popping off because for the opposing runners, they have like a little aura around them. You probably seen them like glow blue or green or whatever, but there's one where it's purple. That means that they're receiving a debuff. So that's how you know an evil nature is basically attacking. So do keep that in mind. On a lovely snowy day here in the Kyoto racecourse, we're about to face a grueling 3,200 meters. That is practically 2 laps, if not maybe a little more. But number 1 favorite, we have Blurtberry. Number 2, we have my McQueen, and number 5, we have my Rudolph. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these McQueens can do. McQueens are usually good at, you know, long distance, but the competition will be fierce, and just like that, they are off. No wait starts from what I've seen so far. Everyone's going to their respective positions. They're easily getting divided here. The 2 NPCs are up ahead, but followed up by the top guns. You can see the debuffs going on right now immediately. These evil natures are not holding back, even though they're in the back. The 2 NPCs are still holding their own. The 2 top guns are up in front with those 2 NPCs, and then following the middle of the pack, we have the 2 Rudolphs, the Elcondor Pasa. We have our 3 McQueens, and then following behind them is obviously our natures. They are going to be spread apart here. No one doing anything specifically crazy. Doesn't look like anyone's having any kind of rush activity whatsoever so far. We see the Top Gun trying to pull ahead here. That Top Gun there is pulling ahead now. The other Top Gun following a little bit behind. The 3 McQueens, 2 Rudolphs, and Elcondor Pasa still chilling in the middle. We have our first skill proccing by my Rudolph. Special Week and Brian falling behind towards the end almost. Well, I don't even say the end, it's more like the second half. The natures they're not really intimidating in terms of speed, but they are intimidating in terms of skills, so. There's our corner skills. Here, our first corner skills going off. We have a full feed of corner skills. Look at all those skills go off. Swinging maestros across the board. Everyone's getting their refuel ready to go. Alright, the NPC is about 4 lengths ahead of our Top Gun here. Everyone's at a very steady pace. We have a couple going 2 wide, maybe 3 wide, but you know, it's a fairly steady pace here. Nothing too crazy. Yep, everything is relaxed. This is all calm before the storm here. We can see some people are starting to speed up now. We have the shooting star. That's
last 1,000 meters. Ooh.
Yeah, last 1,000 and oh, here we go. Yep, here's all the debuffs hidden now.
Yep.
Final spirit's about to happen here. One of the Rudolphs here is looking for the lead here. McQueen is trying to hold it. The front McQueen anyway. There's our first McQueen skill. There you go. There's all the skills going off right now. If you have skills, let it out now, because you're not gonna have another chance of this. McQueen is holding the lead here. Top Gun is looking to hold second. Rudolph's looking to overtake second here. Rudolph's using a proc her skill. I'm not sure if that was. I know this one's mine, but I don't know if this Rudolph is in third. It's kind of hard to tell when you have multiple of the same character. But everyone's trying their hardest here. Rudolph here is going to be trying to hold a second. McQueen is slowing down. We have the front McQueen slowing down. Special Week takes over. That might be it for that McQueen there. Blairberry's McQueen is trying to take second, but she also slows too. Special Week is way ahead. She is holding it, and she is clear by 7 lengths. She takes first place. I think that was Blairberry's McQueen taking second place. That was so unfortunate. That McQueen who
intense. That
was very intense. Towards the end there too, especially. I forget who. I literally just saw it, but. Was that a McQueen that fell behind really fast? Let me fact check that. I don't know. That was not Burberry's McQueen. I think that was either Moon's or mine. But regardless, you know, that slowdown was a real upset. But Special Week though by Blurberry. Blurberry takes her first win here, and then the practice rounds. So actually no, that's her second win, isn't it? I guess in the last race, the NPC won, but if it wasn't for that NPC, she would have had 2 wins now. So Blurberry, whatever you're doing to your Umas, keep doing that. You're doing great. So yeah. Overall, though, everyone did their best. That's some good stuff right there. We're going to save that race. I'm going to move on to the final race for this practice stream. The Arima Kinen. This is the race that is held at the end of the year in Japan. It takes place on a Nakayama turf. And fun fact, Nakayama is my favorite. It's my favorite course. Because the it is cruel to you. You know why? On that final corner, not only that there's an uphill at that, like, you know, like right as you exit that final corner, but on top of that, right at the end of that uphill is where the finish line is. So which means that as soon as you get out of that final corner, you have to really put your everything, because it is a short distance straight. Like it is a very cruel straight. Uphill, short distance. It is the shortest straight for a finish line that any Japan course has ever had. So it is going to be rough.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone's going to bring to this particular race. It is 2,500 meters on a nice rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all brought your umbrellas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I see myself out now.
So yeah, no, this is gonna be a field of 9 again, from for our first 2 races. So no more 2 per team. It's gonna be 1 of everyone. So we can kind of take our time here with the talking about our final race here. So everyone here is we have 1 scratch out again, but other than that though, 6-pack. So absolutely, yep. 6-pack. I don't really know how to go around with that. Wow. Okay, so I should mention too. These are all B rank characters. So we're moving up with the ratings here. We have White Moon's Megiddo McQueen with A speed, A stamina, C power, D plus guts and wit. So what I'm looking forward to with this one, actually, let's look at the skills before I even say anything. Yeah, these are skills. And this is a front runner, no less, too.
That's a front runner if I've ever seen one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So when you're a front runner, yeah, no, I mean, this is like the nice but also bad thing about front runners is that when you're a front runner, all your stats matter to you. Every single one of them. You can't not neglect a single one. And if you do, it will come at a small price, but with this McQueen, I feel like this kind of overpowers it a little bit. I feel like I see White Moon talking in the chat here. She says I'm taking the risk, so I think she understood the assignment when she made this character, or at least when she at least she had an idea to. But you know, with all these skills here, I feel like she can't really lose this, even though she's number 6 favorite. The only thing I can see her losing from this is maybe the lack of guts, but even then, like, this is a horse that I'd be interested in. So, yeah, no, definitely keep an eye out for her. Moving on, we have Portia's Top Gun with A stamina and B speed. May not be as fast as that McQueen, but I mean, if you look at the stat differences, has better guts and wit. So, you know, if both of these characters here run out of stamina first or at the same time, Top Gun will be taking that lead. As McQueen will probably slow down. So that's the risk that White Moon is facing here. And this is only just with these two. We don't even know what the rest of them hold. As Top Gun here is the number 2 favorite, has Rushing Gale, Swinging Maestro, Front Runner Straightaway. This is all good stuff here, except for that firm conditions. Unfortunately, it is really rainy here. So, 6-pack, bring us in B stamina, B wit. I'm looking forward to that. Sunny days, it is not your day. I'm so sorry, but you have sympathy. Wait, what? I've never seen this. Moderately increased performance when many runners share some sympathetic heart. I've never seen that skill before. Is that something you can get on a chat in contestants? Is this something that you can get in your career? Is this real? I don't know. Yes? Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never seen this skill before. I wonder how that works. I guess if multiple are running sympathy, I guess. I don't know. But interesting. 6-pack, you know, might be muscly and mean looking, but she also has a big heart. So, and I mean, look at her. Look at that face. You can't resist that face. You just want to, like, you know, squish those cheeks. Anyway, though, before I coddle too long, moving on to Taju's Megid Orion. This is a build. This is a build right here. This is pretty well rounded, despite D guts. Number 7 favorite. B plus speed, B plus power, B wit. Stamina's looking pretty good. Feel the burn. Increased acceleration on the corner. Weight race. Swinging Maestro. Straightaway skills. Outer swell. 1 red skill. This is a solid. This is a solid Ryan. This is This is the horse of all time. So I do not think that this Ryan here. I think it's highly unlikely that she'll be in the back. Definitely top 5. I'm not sure yet, but she's the only late surger too, so no one's really gonna block her way. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up, we have El Condor Pasa by Tao. First seeing an A stat here, and then C stats across the board, except for the stamina being D+. So here's hoping he does not have any stamina skills built for her. So here's the hoping that pace chasing doesn't wear her out. If she gets boxed in, her stamina will unfortunately go down the drain here, and there are 5 pace chasers. So, but if she doesn't get boxed in, I feel like El Condor Pasa here is gonna have a great chance. Especially, I mean, it says here she's gonna do great early game, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Wow, this is wow.
That's a gold chip.
That is a gold chip. That is a gold chip from Cross Hearts. Holy moly. End closer for this gold chip here, no surprise. Sometimes people like to do you know, pace chase every now and then. I know that Jimmy's pace chasing for his gold chip is pretty good. I see Cross Hearts here putting up the Michael Jackson reference for a gold chip here that she did in the anime. So she came prepared. She was ready for the Arimakinen. Voted for number 3 favorite. Wow, 3 gold skills. Coast is clear, swinging Maestro, press curvature, frenzy front runners, home stretch haste, calming a crowd and anchors away. What was this? Level 4. This is a force to be reckoned with. I like the way I see this gold ship here. I wish I can build a gold ship with this. I don't know how you guys build gold ships, or really any character that has 4 or more B stats, or like 4 or more of the same stat, like, you know, that's like a high rating. I can only do 3 or 2. I'm surprised. Well, actually, no, I'm not surprised. This is a B rating character, you know, considering it's B rank. So that's a gold ship. Be careful of that gold ship. And you know what's even crazier? Oops, let me go back to that. She has the title here for G1 winner. which means that this career, I don't think she won the career here. Let me. I want to check that real quick. Yeah, she placed third in the finals. That is so unfortunate, but still, that is still a gold ship and a half. That is a crazy gold ship. You might have lost the Euro finale, but now is your chance to redeem it here. So I'm looking forward to that. Moving on to Jimmy's Narita Brian. Almost has the whole ABCs here. You got the 8, you know, going from speed to wit, A, B, C, D, and then back to C here. Number 8 favorite, Gormand. You know, this is definitely a skill of all time. You know, the corner skills, the home stretch haste, eternal moments. I believe that's from Wedding Air Groove. That's a really good skill to have. She looks determined. She looks like she can hold her own here. I'm looking for she's definitely one of those middle pack characters that might end up breaking out, you know, in the top 5. So I'm looking forward to that. I have my Symboli Rudolph here with 3 B's, 2 C's. Voto's number 1 favorite here. I have the Super Creek skill and the Biwa High Hidia skill, Firm Conditions, Competitive Spirit, Subdued Late Surgers, and some other speed skills. Just a solid character, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. And then moving on to our last contestant, the Agnes Tachyon by Blairberry herself. This is a build. S on turf, A+ speed, almost S rank, and then C across the board for everything else. Has a lot of stamina skills, so I don't think this Agnes Tachyon is getting tired anytime soon. She also has a tether, might not apply here. It's Arimakinen, so it's a long distance. Has Murmur though, never mind, that's also medium distance, so none of her red skills will be proccing here. But all these other things here though, she is not getting tired. I could tell you this right now. Not getting tired at all. It doesn't matter. She could have F stamina and she'd be fine. So what is your takeaway from all this?
Everyone's got something up their sleeves. I'm looking forward to this particular race. The gold ship though, oh my goodness.
Absolutely. That is a crazy gold ship.
Over that particular build. That's a wild one.
Yeah.
Beefy.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that again. I mean, it almost spells beefy. Look at that. B-E.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so this is definitely the, yeah. So let's see. With that being said, let's get started with our last race here. And, yep, from the inside to out, you have Mission McQueen, Top Gun, Six Pack, Ryan, Condor Passa, Gold Ship, Knight to Brian, Rudolph, and Tachyon. I believe we have one of each character here, so this will be a interesting race. That being said, let's listen to the amazing fanfare of Ari Makinen. Thank you for the absolutely amazing fanfare. One of my favorites of all time. It is a rainy day to have a race here today. But that's not going to stop our Umas here from getting ready for this amazing race. Ari Makinen is not a race to, you know, ignore or, you know, scoff about. This is a big race. This is where Tokai Teo had her miracle run and won against all odds. So we'll see how this race plans out. Good start, except for my Rudolph here. Had a bit of a late start. Measure Ryan seems to be falling apart a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure she can get her composure back. It'll come at cost of stamina, but I believe in her. Starting in the first, though, we have Man Out Top Gun. After that, it's Measure McQueen going far up ahead. We have number 3 Racer showing up. That will be our NPC here. Followed up by that, it would be Agnes Tachyon, Rudolph, Brian, and Passa. Reggie, Ryan, and Gold Ship will be chilling in the back. That Gold Ship, please keep your eyes on that Gold Ship. We should, if you're not terrified now, you should be pretty soon. So just wait for her in the halfway point. All the positions seem to be pretty well. The pack in the middle seems to be a bit jumbled around, but the front 2 and back 2 racers are chilling. 3 wide in the middle. Tachyon is chilling on the outside, moving towards the inside, swinging Maestro from Porsche here. Professor Curvature, swinging Maestro, Professor Curvature again. Got those corner skills going off. Corner Adept. Everyone here is they're There it is. There it is. The Swinging Maestro from Crosshearts, and look at that gold ship go. She is going on the outside. She is already ready to go. Meanwhile, while everyone's conserving their energy, you know, waiting for that final spurt, gold ship says her final spurt is now. It's here and now. She's already halfway making her way across the distance here. Top Gun is going to try and push forward, but gold ship is just already in the top 3 leaders. She's already passed McQueen. She's rivaling that NPC there. It won't be long until she catches up with Top Gun. Top Gun's trying to hold it. She had a buff going on there. Not sure what it was. Going with the flow here. We have our last corner skills. Prop those corner skills now. You're gonna need it. Absolutely. Yep. Top Gun is right, just a couple links away from gold ship. Gold ship's looking to take it. Can Top Gun hold it? Gold ship is doing her best here. I have my Rudolph here using your skill. Do your best, Rudolph. Flying from the outside is gold ship. Gold ship is doing her best. She overtakes Top Gun here. Wait, not quite. Top Gun's trying to hold. Never mind. Gold ship is taking over. Gold ship is over by just half a length. Top Gun almost took the victory in the last second. Gold ship and Top Gun. Who won?
I think that looked like a gold ship.
That was a gold ship. Gold ship claims victory by a head. Most impressive. Second place goes Top Gun. Third place is Ryan. That was a rough race for them, racing that in the rain. That is, wow.
That was a close one between the Top Gun and the gold ship. Oh my goodness! And Crosshearts and Porsche. That was an intense. Intense moment there.
Yeah, no, I honestly, in a way, I'm surprised, but in a way, I'm not, because I told myself before this competition started, I told myself, like, Crosshearts and Porsche, those two are gonna be neck and neck at each other. So, those two, I love to see their competition. Following behind that, we have Taiju in 3rd, Moon 4th, I'm in 5th, Birdbrain 6th, Jimmy at 7th, Sixpack at 8th, and Tao at 9th by a distance. It seems as though that between 5th and 8th, they were quite close, except for the Tachyon. But other than that, though, really, really good stuff. I
loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
That was an amazing race. That Top Gun last second. I don't know if you saw it, but Top Gun, lost, that upper edge for a second. But as soon as the last 100 meters hit, she like. If that race was 100 meters longer, I think Top Gun would have won that. But gold ship was able to cinch it, which he always does. So there you have it. That was the qualifying phase / practice phase of the Mysteria Grand Prix. That is, yeah, I'm absolutely speechless. Tell me what you guys thought down below on Discord and YouTube. Zom, what did you think of all that?
Everyone brought their A game to tonight's practice run, and y'all get nothing but a kudos, love, all the love and respect. We appreciate y'all taking the time tonight to come and hang out, and all the races tonight were super intense, especially the last race. And the surprise of tonight was the NPC win, not having any of it with our contestants.
Oh yeah, no, NPC was here to steal the show. Yeah, no, absolutely fun. I love that. I love hosting this, and I'm looking forward to October. So
yep, I believe what's the scheduling looking like for October's races?
October's races. Are you asking for when they're gonna be racing, or are we talking about the actual races?
The actual races.
Actual races. So I will be posting this later, but I'll tell you right now. So week 1, wave 2, which will be on October 9th, at around 8 p.m. I will be the first race will be on dirt, be a mile. Chukyo Chukyo race course on a winter. It's gonna be snowy. Ranks and all the races here are gonna be D, by the way. So we have like a dirt mile, we have a turf sprint, we have an official G1 race, the Teiyosho, and then race 4 we have another official race, which is the Okasho. Though I will say, I need to make some deliberation about this, but I may or may not be extending all these races by one race. So we'll have 5 races per phase, but I'm not sure yet. It's not confirmed. But that is so far we have for the first week. The weeks 2 and 3 are not yet published, but week 1 will get published to the public fairly soon. In fact, I might publish it earlier than the practice races because I feel like these excellent-minded trainers probably would like to have these races, posted as soon as possible, and I feel like that's the least I could do for them. So yeah,
Love it.
absolutely. Yeah, you know what else I loved? I loved having you here. I'm glad that you were here today, on this wonderful day. I know that I know you went out of your way to readjust your schedule for this, and I still feel a little bad, but I'm also just really glad though that you were able to be here, and
Listen,
it turned out great.
Don't feel bad. No.
All right.
Honestly, it is an absolute. It has been an absolute blast with you tonight. It's been an honor to be commentating along your side. I'm looking forward to doing more events with you, and y'all have been fantastic to spectate, and I'm learning so much more about this game as time goes on, and whew, it gets intense.
It does.
Gets intense.
Mhm.
And that's what I love. That's what I love about this.
Absolutely. I cannot agree more. I love watching this. When I first started playing this game by myself, like just doing the URA finals, watching my own Uma, I was just amazed, constantly amazed on such a daily basis that that's what inspired me to do this in the first place. Just listening to the Japanese commentator, really giving it the energy, and I try to match that energy. I don't know how she does it. I'm getting there, but it's I wonder how she does it. So yeah, I don't know. This has been fun, and I have nothing but what to thank you and our wonderful competitors here, as well as everyone else who is tuning in watching this. I know that there was a lot of comments and a lot of messages that I couldn't quite read. I will definitely go back and read them once this is over. I'm not gonna ignore them. I will absolutely read them. It's just I try not to veer off too much, because I know that we all have busy lives, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I want to spend enough so you guys can interact with us, and we can talk back and all that. So, but yeah, with that being said though, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate everyone who tuned in, and stay tuned for next month. Competitors, get your Umas ready, because it is going to be a doozy. It is going to be back-to-back racing in October, so you guys better be ready for it. I see you guys saying thank you for hosting. I appreciate it. I see people raising their hands in the stage. You guys are not coming up in the voice channel. This
Shout out
stage.
to all of our contestants. We love ya. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Yeah, and everyone watching on YouTube, you guys are watching live, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for doing all that stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe. And then for those of you watching in the past, or not the past, in the future, actually, would it be the past? No, it'd be in the future. For any of you that are watching non-live, thank you for spending the time to be able to watch this. Yeah, no, I'm just low-key speechless. So, I'm gonna end it off here for the broadcast on YouTube, and then we will honestly, if you want, actually, Zom, if you need to go off of this, that's fine. I can understand that. But what I will be doing is I'll be doing a quick contestant talk with anyone that wants to speak after watching that, and share your thoughts with everyone else. So, but as for YouTube though, I will be ending it off here. So I'm just gonna hit the entry button. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. Let me just, yeah. All right.